You're going to love this. Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state.
Welcome, I'm Spaghetti King, and this is FaceTiming Your Scared Girlfriend by Cherry Blossom ASMR. This is a pretty basic one. It's one of those kind of off-the-cuff ones, so, this may have been scripted, but it has a very kind of simple, speak here, speak here, speak here, speak here kind of thing. So, to summarize, it just starts with your girlfriend calling you, FaceTiming you apparently. I've never had a phone, so I actually don't really know what FaceTiming is. I assume that's like on Skype when you have your faces showing and whatnot. There are all these like different terms now that everyone uses. I just use Skype forever, and I don't have a phone, so I don't really know. But, I assume that's what it is. Seems to be like that in the call image edit thing she puts in. And, she basically just says that she's trying to sleep and she's scared because she's hearing all these things rattling about. And, she just is basically calling you so you can comfort her and just, give her the, it'll be alright, that kind of treatment. So, you're just sitting there and, she apologizes for calling you while you're busy and whatnot. And, you gotta be gracious, and you can't be all like, you gotta be gracious, so. She says that it's probably like raccoons or something, and you know what? Raccoons are worth being afraid of, though. Like, a raccoon is way different from, like, a mouse. A mouse is like, whatever. And a mouse is like, but it's also like, But a raccoon, those things are brutal. Those things can rip your face off, seriously. Raccoon is serious business. So, a raccoon is worth being afraid of. So I'm here, alright? I understand that. Thankfully, I don't live around raccoons. I'm up here in, the Great White North over here, and we don't have raccoons, as far as I know. So I've never seen them. Don't need to worry about them. Thankfully, we just worry about groundhogs or whatever, and beavers, right? But I don't need to worry about your raccoons. But they are a serious problem. And so I'm here, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, you got a raccoon. Okay, it's a serious problem. So lay in your bed, and you got your dog with you, and they call the dog Mochi, and Mochi, that's anime moment. That's anime moment right there. I don't know where the name Mochi comes from, but you just hear that name I've heard in several anime at least. Nagato's dog in Naruto was, I think, called Poochie? I think, but yeah, it's like, you hear a name like that a lot, so Mochi is just really funny and very, very anime. I swear I've heard that from Dragon Ball somewhere, maybe. But yeah, so Mochi, she's got Mochi with her, and hey, apparently Mochi is chilling. Apparently Mochi is just sitting on her lap, asleep. And dogs have good senses. If the dog is just sitting there sleeping, then I'm thinking it's okay, honestly. If the dog is not sensing anything, the dog would sense things before you and go on a barking fit. If Mochi is chilling, then I think that's a good sign that things are looking okay. So she goes from there and says she doesn't have a phobia of animals, but one time a spider apparently dropped down while she was cooking, and she just, jumped out of the pan and whatnot, and screamed and whatnot, and it is how it is, right? It is how it is. I mean, hey, a spider, for me, I keep spiders around, actually, because I hate mosquitoes, and I don't really hate flies, but they are annoying, and I hate wasps. I have, like, a wasp phobia. And spiders take care of them. Spiders are my friends. Spiders sit there, and they just, hit their webs there, and they don't come after me. They just chill there, and they just take care of all my other enemies. So if I saw a spider, I'd be like, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, how's it going, right? How's it going, buddy? That's my attitude towards the spider. So, the spider hate the animosity towards the spider, I think needs to be dumbed down. Because look, they're just great. They're great insects. They just come in and they're just free pest control for me. They just do my job for me. So why hate on them? Why take it personally with them? They're good, right? They're I think they're good. So they want to come in and make a small little settlement in my home. Well, welcome. As for mice, out of here. They're the enemy of mankind. But I have cats, and that's the job of the cats, right? This is the order of nature, right? So if there is a mouse running around, I mean, the natural predator of the mouse and the rat is the cat. I mean, the rats would literally rule the world if cats didn't exist, because no one else can really kill them efficiently. So, just don't worry, alright? Nature's taking its course. If Poochie doesn't sense raccoon, I don't think raccoons are present. And, my message is, just chill, alright? And, other than that, she goes on about, I miss you. When you go back, I'm just gonna hug you a bunch and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, when the day comes, right, it will be a great time. It will be a great time. We can, go on cuddle mode, go on snuggle mode, and just take that up, and it will be enjoyable. It will be, it will be very ingratiating. I'll return and I'll be like, hey, on some welcome back mode, and we'll be here, and it will be good. But until then, you got Poochie, you got the bed. I mean, who doesn't want just a warm, nice bed in the middle of the night chilling? You sound like you're in a good spot to me, alright? It sounds like, for the most part, you're in a decent, settled situation. So, I'm here, and, you're hearing my voice, and, I think it's panning out. I think it's going over, and it's going well. So, I'm thinking that's all I have to say, and it pretty much ends with her just being like, what was the last thing? I can call you sir. That's what she goes on. I can call you sir even if it bugs you. And when I was a little kid, my mom used to call me sir, and it bugged me. I used to not like being called sir. Now I get called sir all the time, even when I don't really intend it. People are like, oh, well, thank you, good sir. Oh, thank you, kind sir. People call me sir all the time now. So that's how that goes. It's kind of funny. People refer to me quite respectfully a lot of the time, which is nice, but it is something I'm kind of not the most used to, but it is what it is. Yeah, so you can call me sir, you can call me your man, you can call me these things, because it's true, alright? It's true. It's true in this situation. I'm not denying it. So, yeah. That is the summary of it. So, pretty simple. I mean, I pretty much summarized most of it. Like, in terms of, progression, very simple. Her just listing her complaints, basically. The character, I mean, she did have, because a lot of this is her literally kind of whining and going, and crying and whatnot. And, obviously, if a man did it, then I'd be like, who are you, baby boy? But, women can do it. It's okay. Women can cry. Men crying, not a fan. I don't cry. I just don't cry, alright? Boomers seem to think it's it's an okay thing. Boomers seem to cry a lot. I don't cry. I just don't. It's just not something I do. And if I ever do cry, then you're not seeing it. It's in the deep recesses. But I don't think I've cried in 2 years. Something like that. It's been a long time. But, yeah, I just don't cry. And not okay with it. But women crying, that's fine. No problem with women crying. That's okay. You just, that's completely normal. It's okay for women to cry. And, I'm here and I'm not crying. And I'm just like, hey, it's good. It's good. Let me hold you. We'll just take it one step at a time. And that's how we go. So, she does cry, and her crying does sound kind of, kiddish, I will say. But that's the whole character of the audio going on. That's the whole thing. So, that's what's going on. So, that's pretty much all I have to say. It is quite simple. It is quite simple. It's well done. It's well done. Yeah. So the rating, audio 5 out of 5, wholesome rating 5 out of 5, overall rating 7 out of 10, rank great. So appeals to me more at a personal level than it does, I would say, on a technical level. Speaking of that, I guess the last thing I could point out, I didn't point out the art, because there is one part where she actually goes like, oh, well, you could see me cuddling my pillow and whatnot. You know, I can make a pillow joke, will it? I'm gonna make a pillow joke. I'm gonna make a pillow joke. So she's cuddling her pillow. She's cuddling her pillow, and I see it. I see it for what it is. I see everything that's going on, and you know, the art is this girl. She's got white hair, and she's cuddling her pillow. She's cuddling her pillow, and the background is this like stormy GIF image on repeat, kind of like what I use for my background thing. Although it was an imperfect loop, so that means that it goes back and then it cuts back, and it goes back and cuts back. So it is it looks kind of choppy, but it is what it is. And you know, if I want to be really nitpicky about the visual details, I mean, she has text on there in a text box, and the text box is not formatted equally. So the bottom part of the text box actually like goes down and dips down further than the top part of the text box. The text is not presented evenly. You know, it is what it is. Like, I could be nitpicky about that. And one thing I will mention, I think this video had a KinMaster watermark, some video editor people use. I do not critique watermarks. I'll actually say this. I do not critique watermarks. None of my videos have a watermark because I use a video editor that doesn't have them, which is VSDC. Seriously good video editor. Free. No watermarks, no time limits, great stuff. VSDC. Highly recommend. But I do not critique watermarks because people do what they gotta do. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, you know, you weren't someone who has like this kind of video editing software or whatnot. I'm not gonna critique watermarks in videos. I will notice them, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, this video is bad because it has a watermark. No. So the KinMaster, I see it kind of frequently in ASMR. A lot of them have this KinMaster watermark, and I'm just not gonna critique it for that. I'll just leave it and say, you know, I'll just leave it. So, you know, I mean, you know, people feel shame enough about having a watermark. Like, when you have a watermark, people feel it's like a mark of shame. So, I'm not going to come out and ruin your day even more so than you kind of ruin it for yourself. But it is what it is. So, that's all I have to say. So, I gave the rating, I gave everything, and I gave a couple extra points. So, there you go. So, thank you for watching. I'm Spaghetti King. I love you all, and farewell.